This podcast is brought to you by the CouchCommentators.shop. Help support the channel by purchasing your Couch Commentators merchandise using the link below.
Welcome back to the Couch Commentators podcast, the fastest growing podcast in the nation, and some may say the world. As always, I have Dan and James by my side. Gentlemen, another week, another great week of sport. James, mate, how are you?
Look, obviously excited about the sports stuff, but I've had shit guts over the last 2 days.
Let me just move to this side of the fucking lounge.
Yeah, it's hasn't been great. It hasn't been like full on diarrhea, but the gut has just been tossing and turning the whole time.
Ooh,
Lovely.
That's not good. Make sure you have your Inner Health Plus today.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, you've been on the good days. Is there
Yeah,
any
there's-
correlation between
Yes,
that?
not a spinning advertisement for him, is it? Yeah.
Put that on their reviews. I wonder if they'll say that in the podcast.
Makes me shit myself.
Yes, raving reviews for the Hello Sports Boys. Dan, mate, how's your week been?
Yeah, I haven't been shitting myself, so that's always good.
Damn.
Just had a relaxing weekend, worked on Saturday, then chilled out, watched the UFC on Sunday, and yeah.
Yeah, nice. Bit of sports. Nice.
And the Super Bowl yesterday.
The Super Bowl, how could we forget? We're going to get into that soon, but big game, the Super Bowl. A couple of sad fans in the crowd. Taylor Swift.
Have you seen the thing like she mouthed something and then everyone was booing her and all this shit?
Yeah, and then she like laughed it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, look. We'll get into that soon. But my week, I know you want to know. I know you just want to know. We actually played golf, me and James. A couple of workmates. A couple of them had never played before though. So unfortunate for me and James, our two teammates had never played before. Mine being the worst out of the two, just could not hit a ball for the life of him. There was a couple shots that he got off the ground, and he didn't help the two-man Air Bros team going. James is a little bit better.
He had hand-eye coordination, but his feet were everywhere.
Yeah.
And there was no way. He moved.
Spinning around on his feet all the time.
He was almost hitting himself with the club in the backswing. He went that far back. There was no control over
like
it.
a ballerina, full just body to swing and spin. The other team had two players who have played golf and they won. So
They
that
had
happens.
the best player and then another player that was like in between me and Brandon of skill level. So it's like, oh, so your second best player is like us.
Yeah, so there's no chance for us.
It's like, I think I'm bad at golf, but then I hear that type of shit. Like, the bloke was hitting himself in the backswing and couldn't get it off the ground. It was just like,
He was also
I'm not
he was
that
also
bad.
using his grandfather's old hickory clubs.
Yeah,
And,
the old
and
wooden,
every now
like,
and then he would
face
actually get
like
a hold of one. It wasn't necessarily going in the right way, but it would actually go.
Yeah, and then I'm going, come on, Zane, just fucking do something like that. But other than that, the golf course itself, another raving review. Fairfield Golf Course is the worst golf course I've ever fucking played at, hands down. Look, shout out to Fairfield Golf Course. Their greens were like brown. There was patches of like green grass, maybe like far and in between.
Yeah.
Their canteen, their pro shop. I go to the vending machine. I'm like, oh, a couple of Powerades to get me through the day. That'll help. Get the Powerades. Well, I get one, and I'm like, I'll get two just so I last a day. And then I grab them out. They're fucking warm. They're warm Powerades. The only drinks they had in an actual fridge off to the side was water bottles, a bottle of water. That's it. That's all you could get. Why would you move the vending machine stuff into the fucking fridge?
That's pretty. Like, you can get cold vending machines as well. Like,
Well, their vending machine's broke. I don't know. Yeah, look, it was bad. The course itself just a goat track, but it was flat, so you couldn't really lose many.
Didn't lose many balls.
But even the goats, I don't think would have ate the grass there. So, shout out Fairfield, of course. Another raving review. We should do that every week, I reckon.
Yeah,
a
raving
raving
review.
review.
Just the shit on podcast.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll get out the shit on, and we'll bring some kings up. Gentlemen, this was a week of punting, a week of great punting from this couch, the commentators from this couch.
and this part of the couch.
Yeah.
Look,
We've been telling everyone for years now to get on board with the boys.
yeah, the multi goes off. The multi goes
Oh,
off
yeah, the
for
multi.
for finally 2 years in the making. We've been so close so many times. I almost let us down, but we'll get into that soon, gentlemen. I'll let you go through your tips first, Dan, mate.
Look, I was on Wild Imagination. When I seen it in the morning, I'm like, I have a pretty wild imagination.
Do you whatsoever, mate?
I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna put my Dan's decision on it. And look, I got the biggies.
Got the dub,
I got the dub.
$3.80, mate.
I'm big biting at Lucas's heels.
Nice, yeah. Speaking of Lucas, I'll go him before you, James. He gets a win on a Bella Zane, paying $6.50. So that puts him pretty well above on the old top punters. The thing when I seen him back Bella Zane, I'm like, my teammate's Zane. I'm like, I could be,
I could be in, with a
in for a
chance
big
here.
day. No, James, your bet.
Yeah, the interesting thing behind the scenes for people with Lucas's tip is he actually wanted to back something in my race.
Yeah.
So
lucky.
he's pretty lucky because I won on Field of Play, paying $3.20. Look, not great odds, but it was good to get one at the start. Yeah, look, am I paying that much attention to what I'm backing as a Jim's Jam at this time of the year? Of course I am for the punters that follow. But look, it was a pretty quick selection of, hey, I like that, and I picked it.
Pretty good.
It's funny, I was putting the last couple of weeks, because I've missed out on the last couple of weeks, put it into the spreadsheet of our wins and losses. And I look at, like, before last week, the 2 weeks before that, James's odds were like $14, $12, and now he goes $3.20 and wins.
Yeah,
so James, maybe roughies aren't the.
Whoa. This is only to answer the pressure that you and Lucas had put on, but now there's a bit of flexibility.
Yeah,
you got to lose some to win some, Dan. And you lose some, you win more.
That with your head not over it.
That's how it goes, right?
Yeah, pretty sure.
For my bet, I backed Mr. Brightside. I should have known better. First up, was never going to win. Never going to win. Got the second, and it didn't go too bad. I only lost by a little bit. So rough for me. The spreadsheet, the sheet says Brandon sucks. I don't say that. I'm top punter. They're coming for me, mate. You guys can start off early, but the king he'll come back. I'll bounce back.
There'll be a couple NRL multis this weekend, probably.
I also want to mention for the our punters club that me and Brandon are in, did not have a good week. Had a couple of 2-leg multis, one including Field of Play, and I went into the next race with something paying $1.79, and it ran second.
That's a bit rough.
It's rough. Look, again, in our punters club, I don't get to bet till like so long away, like 8 weeks later, because I was second best punter. But okay, yeah. Sorry guys. Enough gloating.
Brendan, there's something you haven't brought up in a couple of weeks. Because I think you've admitted defeat. Because episode 100's right around the corner. And, And we're still like 8-7 subs away from 100 subs.
Okay.
Episode 100's next week.
Let me plead to you guys. I think we're at 94 million. So 6 million more of you guys. 6 of you. Please, I need this. Just subscribe, and I'll love you a long time.
We're actually at 96.
96. 4 million more people. 4 people by next week. Come on.
Get your mums, get your nans.
Yeah, anyone.
What's the fucking Paddy's Market ad? That's what that reminded me of.
Yeah, animals. Make an account for your dog, your cat. The listener questions. The best part of the podcast brought to us by you. All right, we got plenty, so let's rip in. We have Aiden H, and he asks, should Marnus retain his spot? We're going to go to James, the guru. Should he retain it?
I think so. I think he's almost just got till the Ashes because you got to remember, they want him to succeed. He's 30, 31. Should be at the prime of his career. So they want to give him every chance. Does he make the next Ashes? Maybe, maybe not. But I would be keeping him. Like his average recently, it's 27 like over the last year. So not great. But that's including double half centuries in the MCG test, which was down to the wire. So without him, we might not win that test. There was, like as I said last week, he was the third. As bad as it was, he was the third top run scorer for Australia in the Border Gavaskar. Look, he came in a very tricky position where he had everything to lose and nothing to win in this game coming in the second innings. If he gets out cheaply, he might not be playing in the World Test Championship. Instead, he scores, 26, 27 runs, not out. Looked pretty good, but like it doesn't really. No one's now saying, "Oh, he's locked in."
Yeah.
So he had everything to lose, nothing to win, but still managed to get out there and score the runs pretty comfortably. Look, I back champions, and so does the coaching staff and Pat Cummins and Steve Smith, and it's worked for us. You stick around with Uzi when he's out of form, he comes back twice as good. Smith, yeah, I'll just back him.
If anything, we should be backing him for like a cheeky bet, gamble responsibly, like a century in the
World
And
Test
a big
Championship.
century as well.
Yeah.
Like nobody will watch it because it's the Champions Trophy and it's in Pakistan, and who really cares? But he'll play some there because he's funnily enough become a key part of our one-day team, and he'll score some decent runs. All of a sudden, he'll be feeling good. If he's feeling good when he goes into that Test Championship, he very well could score 100.
Yeah.
Okay, so Marnus retains his spot. We're in agreement.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd say.
We back champions. Some of us better at backing champions over here. All right, next question. It is from Moazin. He asks, "Do you guys have any hidden talents?" All right, James, got any hidden talents, mate?
No. Look, I could get blackout drunk.
Yeah, pretty good at that.
Yeah, pretty good at
fool
that.
of myself.
I wouldn't call that a hidden talent.
Nah.
Like, you do it pretty well.
Yeah. I could. I'm a pretty good couch commentator.
Oh, yeah, pretty good at like predicting cricket.
Yeah, predicting cricket. Yeah, that's a very niche talent that I've got apparently recently. Predicting all of the
axe throwing is not.
that's it. Hidden talent, axe throwing, 1 from 1. This is an old story on the podcast, but
if you're new,
if you're new to it, the only time I've went axe throwing, I hit the clutch shot multiple times. I hit a perfect round, and I beat the pro in a 1v1. So that is my hidden talent that was hidden for me for most of my life, and I keep it hidden.
And
Surely
it
there's,
hasn't
like-
gone back since.
I was
I
gonna
No,
say,
why
surely
would you?
Yeah, well,
You
yeah, you
complete it.
retire at the best.
need to go back. I only came
Until
third.
it becomes an Olympic sport, and then they call him up
Yeah.
to participate.
They'll call me and James because like he beat a pro. I came third when I went. So like,
Mate, who knows? I could be anything.
mate, we could have the gold medal, the silver medal, and the bronze medal
Best
for
axe
Australia
throwers
right here.
in Australia on this couch. Dan, any hidden talents coming to mind?
Not really. Just the disgusting one of being able to burp on command.
Yeah. Yeah, that's beautiful. Oh yeah, that's ASMR for these listeners.
Sorry for headphone users.
I'll make sure to skip this question when I'm listening.
For me, like,
We didn't ask.
well, actually, Mo wasn't asked, so fuck you. I would say I could like peck dance. You know, that's a pretty good talent. I could also like move my eyebrows like at command.
Yeah,
kind
I
of
can
thing,
move
you
my
know?
eyebrows. Oh,
And then I could also belly dance. You know, so if I do that all at once,
it just looks like it just looks like you're having a fucking fit.
Fit.
Cum.
It's just like a much less aesthetic, smaller, white, slightly chubby version of Terry Crews in
Yeah.
that ad where he had everything tensed up to the drum kit.
That's the dream. Oh man.
Well, I hope that was the answers you wanted.
I hope you got what you wanted there.
So I just
But
saw
that-
I just saw you do the Twitch, and it made me think of that great ad of Terry Crews where he's got everything tensed up.
Oh,
jeez.
fuck. Shout out Terry Crews.
We have fun. We have fun. Okay. Next question is from Kyle H. He asks, if you could have one famous guest on the podcast, who would it be? All right.
Terry Crews.
Terry Crews.
Very good.
I'm going to go James.
Oh, so the absolute clip monger and the views addict, because we already are the top podcast. But what if we were bigger?
True.
So then I think of Trump. I think of Elon.
Yeah.
I think of Joe Rogan and Kanye West.
Yeah.
All at once.
All
as
at
well.
once.
Yeah, that'll really go
I
well.
think that would be the number one viewed podcast.
Much more, maybe a Gosling or Reynolds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see
Yeah,
that.
I'll let you guys say some answers. I could spitball a lot.
Yeah. Dan?
I'll go more sporting aspect. Go Tom Brady,
Yeah.
Conor McGregor.
Conor McGregor. LeBron James.
Yeah, LeBron. Go Gus Gould or good old Mayo.
Nico Hines.
Nah.
Damn. Damn. I don't know. Fuck, you guys have took a lot of good ones. Maybe like comedians. Like I don't mind Jim Jeffries. He's a funny man. Carl Barron would be funny to have on there. Any other good comedians? Jack Black would be funny.
Kevin
I think
Hart.
Kevin Hart, Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Look, there's so many people we could.
We have someone famous on the couch right now. John Cena.
Yeah.
You just can't see him.
Hello, John. Good to have you. Okay. That's enough fun for that one.
Cricket wise, I would love to. Obviously, the Australian greats would be great, but get someone like Sachin Tendulkar or Jacques Kallis.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
you don't get to hear too much from them in an Australian circle.
If I was to go bender wise, I would go like Joey Johns on a bender.
Yeah, Todd Carney,
Todd Carney or the Pierce on the
Pierce,
sauce.
yeah.
Mitchell Pierce.
not Jared Hayden for some reason. I
Yeah,
don't.
he gets a bit.
Ben Barber.
Benny Barber, he might start throwing rocks.
Yeah.
I'm a bit alleged.
Maybe
Yeah.
some Dragons players that can cook the barbecue for us.
Yeah.
Jack
Or
DeBellin.
invite Paul
No,
Vaughan.
he hides under the bed.
Yeah, yeah,
He's the
Yeah,
monster.
we'll invite Paul Vaughan. He can cook the barbecue for us.
And then Jimmy Maloney can also be barbecuing, but
In a separate
Alone.
barbecue.
yeah. Okay, that was good. Who do you want to see on the podcast, Kyle? Let us know, mate. Let us know.
And if it's you, then you're not famous. No, we're kidding, Kyle.
Wow, that's
Wow.
harsh. Yeah, wow.
You're famous in your own world.
Okay.
Famous in my heart.
Famous in my heart. Okay, next. Maddie C asks, do you believe... Sorry.
Tinfoil hats on.
Do you believe aliens look like the Roswell Grey aliens? If not, what do you think they look like? Okay. What do you think they look like, Dan? Or do you think they look like the Grey aliens?
I don't think they look like the Roswell Grey aliens. I think they look like Maddie C. Because Maddie C's an
You say
alien.
aliens are living among us?
What? Did you say Among Us?
James.
Yeah, I don't think they'll look like grey aliens. But look, there's one bit that might be like maybe the head, because I think they'll look, if it was something close to something on Earth, an octopus, a squid. Like,
So you mean like
Zoidberg.
Simpsons type thing?
yeah, like I know something.
Futurama Zoidberg.
Yeah, Futurama Zoidberg. I know something with like multiple appendages, long limbs that
Yeah.
can all move freely.
Mm.
Makes
Or like
sense.
a Dolphin Man, because they got like one of their top brains going around. Dolphin Man.
Dolphin Man. Sounds like a shit ripoff of Aquaman or some shit.
Yeah. Do I think they look like that? I don't know. Maybe. Does Area 51, are they hiding the Roswell Grey aliens? I don't know. Is it more likely that an alien would be just like a little microorganism on a random planet? That's what they look like. Maybe.
Who knows?
Yeah. Interested in your thoughts, Matt.
No, we're not,
Please,
because he'll fucking
please
just go on
send Dan
forever.
like a 10-page essay on your thoughts on
But
aliens.
just remember, in an infinite universe,
Yeah.
theoretically, there is at least one lot of Roswell Grey aliens. All
If
right.
we're in
Now we're back on.
if we're in
Oh, fuck.
the infinite universe,
Brandon, take it off.
Okay. Put it back on. Do we think
And
we
by-
have
by
free
one,
will?
that would mean there's infinite because it's infinite. So,
All right.
so there's lots of them, Matt. They're everywhere. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
I'm
Wait,
an
James, you
alien.
just said all that without your tinfoil hat on.
Oh god, he's rubbing off on us. Okay, next question from Matt again. He asks, "Who is your favorite player of all time from your NRL club?" I always loved Big Keefe Galloway. James
Nathan Highmarsh.
Hindy,
Too
yeah,
easy.
the big flopperella,
Yeah, big flopperella.
unsung hero. Well, not unsung. Like he was a weapon. He played in New South Wales. You know,
Probably deserved the premiership.
yeah, deserved one. Unfortunately, robbed.
One of the only players that can actually say robbed.
Dan, your favorite?
Oh, it's hard to pick between two.
Mm.
Ben Cray or Mark Gasnier. Like those are two like one's pretty elite and then one's like just under him. Yeah, I'll go with them two. They're probably my childhood.
Look, for me, it's hard to go past Paulie G, the G train.
Oh,
But-
Nico Hines.
But added for Noah Blake. Ever since I seen that man in a blue jersey, I love him. What can I say? What can I say? Yeah, I'd have to go Paulie G. I mean, Brett Kamali was pretty influential in I think my playing career, as in also just the Sharks. I liked him. But yeah, I'll go Paul G Train.
We all went with the second rower or lock forward. You went with, but pretty much the same thing back then.
Mate, Paul Gallen played every position. That man,
Yeah.
absolute whip.
I've seen that man kick a field goal.
Yeah,
He could have played halfback.
I've seen it. Next question again. It is from Matt, and he asks, if you had to get any player to kick a goal from the sideline to save your life, who are you taking and why? Dan.
Prime El Magic.
El Magic. Bending it.
Yeah. Just fucking bends it back
Goes
through the
in.
post. You're like, oh, it's going out way far right.
Yeah.
That comes back in, bam, you're alive.
James.
Yeah, look, that's a pretty good choice. Might go the former greatest kicker and now greatest coach, Darryl Halligan, I'm pretty sure.
Ooh, yeah. He still gets around coaching all the kickers nowadays. So
So,
Yeah.
good shout. Good shout.
I remember hearing, so he lost a semi-final due to him missing a kick for the North Sydney Bears. So then the next year he changed his training regime where he had to kick a goal from the sideline and like 10 meters in all the way across the field and had to kick them all in a row before he could leave training. So as soon as he missed one, back to the start and go again.
At midnight. Oh, shit, I missed.
Who will I be going? I'll be going a Sharks legend, Luke Cavell. And the fucking spirit fingers will be wishing him over that goal. He didn't have the best strike rate, but the spirit fingers would be out, and would get behind him.
Shout out to Johnny Wilkinson. Broke the hearts of Australians
Yeah.
in the World Cup.
True. Another one. Yeah, I mean, Jonathan Thurston, really good goalkeeper, except for that one in the grand final.
Except for that one goal.
Except for that one important one that actually meant something.
Yeah.
Really good. So I would not put my life on that. Other than that, Zach Lomax's a good pick.
I want to go back to something absolutely baffling that Lucas said. Pretty sure he said if it was from the left-hand touchline, he would give it to a Sarko.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm pretty sure there's better goal kicking averages just in the NRL.
But that's what he's putting his life
Like
on.
you watch fucking Lomax's kicking over the last couple of years. I'd take Lomax every day over a Sarko.
Okay. Next question. And it's from, so it's Matty C again. He asks, what is the most random fact that you know and how did you figure it out? Figuring it out is weird. Like, I usually just hear facts from other people. But, Dan, got any facts, mate?
Well, the one random fact that I figured out not too long ago, actually, that I actually said it on the podcast like a couple months back, that apple juice is a natural laxative.
Shout out apple juice.
How did I find that out? Well, the being natural laxative explains itself.
Yeah, yeah.
It just kept flowing.
James, have you been having any apple juice lately?
No,
Okay,
like,
okay.
maybe you should try.
Yeah, it might help out.
Bit of a gut clearance.
James.
Average golf ball has 336 dimples, and I learned that.
You know that off the top of your head? That's crazy.
No, so I did hear that fact from Bryson DeChambeau in a video, but I also had no random facts, so I had to look up and scroll till I found one that was interesting that I had heard before.
How I figured it out, I counted every dimple. Crazy,
I'm a bit of an artist, actually.
I actually went around the ball twice.
Yeah, look, my random fact, I think I heard it from someone once. Otters mate for life, so that's cute.
When do they have time to eat?
They're fucking getting into their work. So let me tell you.
Fuck, I wish I was an otter.
Okay.
I might be skinny if I was an otter.
All right. We have fun.
We have fun. Here.
Okay. Speak pipes, guys. The second best part of the podcast brought to us by you. Not as many this week, but look, they'll make up for greatness instead of the volume, you know. Okay. We have one from Don't Drop the Soap Big Homie. Who could this be directed to? Have a look.
Hey boys,
Oh god.
it's 10:41 p.m. on a Saturday night. Just have had a shower. I've got a quick question for you boys. These are the thoughts that go through my head while I'm in the shower. When you use a block of soap, question, does that soap become dirty, or is a block of soap clean for its whole life of being used? Keen to hear your thoughts, boys.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Big opinions on
Hang
this. Get the tinfoil hats back on,
Oh
guys.
no, this isn't tinfoil hat. This is
I feel like
shower
it
thoughts.
is.
This is shower
Shower
thoughts. So
thoughts,
turn on the
shower
shower.
Get the shower caps on.
Shower caps.
Shower caps on. Tinfoil shower caps. Because there's no
James.
conspiracy here.
James, what do you think?
Um,
And say be dirty?
soap can be dirty.
I'm interested. Yeah.
Well, usually, probably not too much. But if you were to see hairs on your pizza, you'd call that dirty. And you can end up with hairs on your bar of soap.
Yeah.
Like, you pick them off and then it's clean. But
But is it dirty if it just comes straight off? It's gone.
yeah, but
Is
that
it
means
just-
it was dirty and then you cleaned it.
But now it's
Now it's clean.
But it's still. It was. I don't think it was ever dirty.
Whoa.
Dan, weigh in on this topic, mate.
You know, like, when a bar of soap's just sitting there and no one having a shower, like, you know, there's always bacteria and stuff in the air.
Yeah.
So, like, all the bacteria will land on the soap. That makes it dirty.
But inherently, this soap is clean. Would
it's
I
so-
still clean myself with that soap? Yes, that
Yeah.
soap is clean.
I
But
mean,
you would usually wet it first.
Yeah, I always run the soap under the water. I guess everyone
Oh,
else
so you
does.
guys wet the soap. Look, I think we could be here all day.
Honestly, we could.
Let's speak like you could also just be carrying your soap somewhere, and what if you dropped it while you're walking outside for some reason and it's landed in the dirt?
And then you get clapped by some big
But
black guy.
is the dirt dirty or is the soap dirty? Is the dirt is dirt.
Look, this is like the water is water wet conversation. Like, we could fucking talk about this for fucking ever.
Okay, I'll get my shower tinfoil cap off and my tinfoil hat off. Okay, glad both on there.
You're
That's
not
why I
going
was
back
getting a
online,
little bit,
alright?
it's getting a little bit crazy there. Thank you for the question though, Matt. I'm interested in what your thoughts on that. Again, send a 10-page essay to Dan if you want. Damn. Okay,
I think this is going to be mad again because it's 2 days
yeah,
ago.
2 days
again.
ago. Okay, punishment needed.
Hey boys,
Hello.
just want to clarify something here.
Huh?
So everyone used to give me shit for backing favourites, and I have a point to point out here. So on Saturday, Lucas backs Bellazane at $6.50 and wins. Dan backs Wild Imagination at $3.80 and wins. James backs Field of Play at
I wonder where
$3.20
he's going with this.
and wins. And Brandon jumps on the favourite of all favourites, Mr. Brightside, at $2.70 and fucking loses. Now, boys, should there be a punishment for bringing down great horses? I really think there should be. Brandon, just be better. Just be better.
I think he's gotten 2 from 2 of his voice messages.
Yeah, they've been good. They've been good this week.
Good value.
I think if there's going to be punishment for bringing down bad horses,
Yeah.
he's fucking dead if there is, eh?
Yeah.
He's brought down some good horses in his day.
So it's a podcast, to be honest.
Yeah, I am sorry. When I seen Mr. Brightside, I'm like, I've got to back it. And then I looked at the field, I'm like, this is a fucking shoe-in. I can't lose. And little did I know I could lose. And I'm sorry.
That was another
be
wheel,
better.
wasn't it?
Was that?
But that was another wheel, wasn't it?
Yeah, another wheel got the win.
something that I've backed before that's got me a win and got me a loss on the podcast.
Yeah.
Look, Brightside will be back, and so will be my punting. But look, the punishment, I'm not too sure. We could try think of one, or you guys could send one through.
Damn, Dan.
Yeah, send your worst. Send your worst. And I'll get Dan to do it for me. Thank you for the speak pipes. That is all, though.
2 bangers.
Two bangers.
Give credit where credit's due.
Yeah, he deserves the credit. Now we've got a lot of sport to get into, so let's get ready to rumble. Footy's back, gentlemen. NRL talk. We had a couple of trials, not big games, but nonetheless, I will get into the games. Sharks versus Warriors, a 12-all draw. You heard that right, a draw.
Boring.
That's rough. Guys, did you watch it? Did anyone impress you? Anyone let you down? James, mate?
I did not watch
Didn't watch it? Didn't watch it? Didn't think
No.
it was worth your
I
sights?
was just absorbed in the cricket.
That's true.
Alex Carey and Steve Smith impressed me. So
Yeah, well, he impressed that. Dan, you get.
I think I turned it off after Tom Hazelton's try, so Tom Hazelton impressed me.
Pressure. Well, that goes into more news that there's talks of him going to the Dragons. You're getting a bit toey about that, mate. Bit toey.
No, I can't get too toey. I'm
Yeah.
on the couch with my cousins.
Well,
so
look,
like,
I don't think he's going. I think he's staying. So this is news coming out of the couch commentators. He's going to stay. We always
It's
retain our
official.
players. Yeah.
he signed a contract this afternoon, was that?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I did watch a lot of the game. I was working, so for reasons that I did work, and it was on breaks. Look, we did pretty well, to be fair, against a full strength Warriors team. They didn't play their full team for like the whole game, obviously rotating players. Mitch Barnett looked like he went for a fucking brick wall. He had cuts all over him, cuts on his chin, cuts on his head. That was like good fucking horny rugby league there. Seeing a front rower, a bloke who trucks the seed, get fucking cut all up. That was good.
And he's their captain, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
at least for that.
Yeah, they
Okay.
are co-captains now as well, him
co-captains.
and JFH.
Nice.
So that was announced today. Breaking news again. As for the game, though, look, it went back and forth. Sharks, I think, got the first try. Warriors bounced back. And then we ended up, we got 12 all, and we bombed a try that could have won the game. It was rough. We also missed the goal, I think, as well. We had chances to win, but at the same time, it was Newtown Jets versus the Warriors. So, look, it just shows how good the depth is. And I'm never been more confident in a Sharks premiership after this game. A 12-all draw. Or a Newtown premiership, actually.
yeah, the New South Wales Cup team's going to win.
Yeah. The next game was the Raiders versus Panthers. It was 22-16. Again, I watched this one, gentlemen.
I watched it.
You watched it? Okay.
I was too involved.
I'll bounce some thoughts
gaming.
off you. I think that Owen Paddy, he looks fucking good.
Yeah, they talked him up, and he looked good.
2 tries.
Yeah.
He reminds me a bit of Harry Green.
Yeah. I guess the question is they've got like 3 hookers at the club.
Yeah.
He's obviously probably got a better future. In theory, do you see him starting at on the bench at the
Yeah.
start of the year or
Well,
halfway through the
he
year?
wasn't
getting a
even
crack?
named for this week's team for him, so I don't
Ah,
think
okay.
they
They're
have him in the
slowballing it.
future. But yeah, I see him like eventually he's got to push his way into that team. The way he played was pretty good.
He's very young, as far as I know.
Yeah, another one who would pain you to see do well was Ethan Sanders. He did
Yeah.
pretty well. He's in this week's team again with Fogarty, so he's playing 5'8" to Fogarty. So
Oh wow, he's
that'll be interesting.
sort of jumped. But
Yeah.
look, I did say it. Like he's got to back himself. Like if he goes to the Raiders and plays reserve grade, then there was no point in leaving because like he could have learnt from Moses. But
Yeah.
he's backing himself to crack this first grade team. And look, he looked like he It's not necessarily that he got bigger, but he just looked more manly than he did last
Yeah.
year. Like last year was what 19 or whatever. You can see him just developing that assist that he got that he half broke the tackle and then offloaded. It's like that's just the size of a guy that's now ready for first grade.
Yeah.
And good on him.
Promising signs.
It hurt, but good on him.
Might be making it in the old fantasy team if he gets the nod for the season.
Yeah, it'll be a bit risky though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. For the game, one thing that let me down was it was at Shark Stadium at Shark Park, the second game, and still to my knowledge, I have no fucking idea why.
Yeah,
and
true.
they didn't make it a doubleheader. They split it 2 different nights. So the crowd, there was no crowd.
I mean, no crowd on Friday night.
The camera only showed the stadium where there wasn't crowd. Like the fans were on this side. So
yeah.
that way, yeah, I guess there was a crowd, but it would just look so bad. Like,
Yeah.
imagine if you put both games on the same night, it would have at least got,
You at least get a few thousand and
yeah, it would have looked better. But look, I think the refs did all right. They were cracking down on the play the ball. You can't roll it for your legs.
I'm so happy with that.
Yeah. It'll be interesting.
They were
though.
meant to be cracking down on that last year, though, but
That's it.
they
Like,
fucking
how
never
long do
did.
they go for it? If it's a game on the line, if it's Penrith on the line, are they going to
Yeah.
actually go, like, when you're going through the replay and you see them just roll the ball through their legs,
Yeah.
are you going to pull it up?
Yeah, exactly.
Look, could go to the conspiracy theory that they're bringing Panthers back to the pack because I feel like they've been the easy worst offenders of it in the last 4 years.
Yeah.
100%. Their play the ball speed is
Yeah.
and they are main offenders. But as for the game, I mean, Raiders won. 2 reserve grade teams really didn't. There was a couple, as we said, a couple of thoroughbreds coming through, which are promising signs. But look, this week there's a lot of team lists that have put their full strengths out. So can't wait for that. Rugby league's
Can't
back,
wait for
baby.
a full weekend of footy, not just fucking 2 games.
The preseason challenge. Now I'll go to a signing news as well today. Breaking news: Ronaldo, one time for the one time, has signed on to 2028. Couldn't be happier as a Sharks fan. He is a gun, and I feel he just brings the vibe to the team. Like, he just brings the culture. So similar
Sort
to
of fuck with.
well, that's it. Like, he's cocky, and
Yeah.
like, you like to have those players around you. I think he reminds me a little bit of Addo Carter, what Bulldogs was, but now he's gone to Para, so he's going to bring the vibes there.
Vibes.
Unlucky the Broncos, so not getting him. Cop that. No way. Yeah, that's all, though, for the NRL. I'm sure we're going to have a lot to talk about this week, and hopefully you guys get to watch a couple more games. Yeah.
While we're talking about footy, should we wrap up what we did last week?
Yeah, go
Our
for it.
first game of Oztag.
Oh, mate, the Oztag. Got to bring it up. Look, we were pretty bad. First game back.
We had 9 players.
Yeah.
First game back, 1 bench player.
Very unfit. I was very, very unfit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was fitter than I thought, and I was still very unfit.
Yeah, I made a break, and mate, I was after like maybe 20 meters. I was looking left, right. Is there anyone who I can pass to, or can someone just chase me down so I don't have to run the full distance? I had probably like 4 subs as well. I was on my last legs. My legs felt like jelly. But as for the game, I think we lost in like maybe 4 points maybe. It wasn't too bad, but look, on to bigger and better things next week. We probably have a like 20-man roster
Probably,
because we're signing all these players up. Look forward to that though. All right, so something else we have to bring up, gentlemen, is NRL Fantasy is back, and look, we've got a comp, an open league where you guys can verse yours truly, the best couch commentating fantasy players in the world. You can verse us. You can win a prize at the end of the year if you get top of the comp. So look forward to that.
The code will be on screen in the description, but
yeah, look forward to versing some of the best. Now, gentlemen, we brought it up at the start of the podcast, but America, the Super Bowl, the Super Bowl, the world champions of NFL.
the world champions.
We had the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Big game. A rematch of 2 years ago. The Chiefs getting the win last time around, but this time around, the Eagles win 40-22. What a game. I actually watched most of this game again at work, but it was on break. You're
on break for 4 hours?
4 hours. No, then I finished work and then I got to watch it, But guys, did you watch any of it? Did you
I seen the
see some highlights?
I seen the couple of highlights of Mahomes' interceptions,
Yeah.
touchdowns and all that.
A lot of talk into this game, like the Eagles had the roster and everything like that, but the Chiefs, they got the better quarterback, and wow.
Comparing him to Brady and shit.
Wow.
Fuck off.
This game, he had an all-time stinker, which is allowed to happen. People have shit games. But he had a stinker, and Jalen Hurts had one of the best Super Bowl games I've ever seen. Haven't watched too many, but he killed it. A lot of great passes, a lot of touchdowns off his fucking passes, and he got MVP. There is a video I want to put you on the screen now, and mate, I didn't know this until this year, but the winner of the MVP has to go to Disneyland the next day. They have to. So he's been out partying, presumably to the AMs. Probably hasn't had any sleep. Jordan Mailata, the Australian, shout out, first Australian to start Super Bowl and win. Shout out him. He was also drinking and partying to the AMs, had not slept on his. He did an interview in the morning. They asked him if he had slept. He's like, no, I haven't slept. But I'm sure the same thing goes for Jalen Hurts. And then he has to be on this parade like it's him, Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, just driving through fucking Disneyland. There's a big heap of fans, and he's just going he looked tired. He's like EAGL.
Why wouldn't you do it a couple of days? Why wouldn't you do it a couple of days later? The day after is so fucking rough.
Yeah, no. And the comments were like, just let the man sleep.
Yeah, that sounds like torture. And then they won't want him to do cocaine.
Yeah. Oh man. But as for the game, yeah, it was crazy to see Mahomes throwing intercepts where they scored off. It was Travis Kelce didn't look too happy. Neither did Taylor Swift.
I've seen things that people are saying it might be Kelsey's last game.
Yeah.
I doubt it.
I reckon if he won, he would have proposed. But
that's why Taylor was so pissed.
If you look into the drama, who knows what's going to happen there?
Yeah.
Because apparently he was sucking off Trump, and Trump hates Taylor Swift, and it's not really a good boyfriend thing to do.
Pretty that.
Maybe fucking Taylor Swift would go date Jalen Hurts. Oh no, Jalen Hurts married. Maybe she'll go date Jordan Mailata or something.
Who knows?
Winning Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, winning Super Bowl Australian. Shout out to him. It was good to see. They had his family there, and family. They also had a watch party in Australia as well.
Nice.
One that got away from South Sydney though, they offered him a minimal contract of $5,000 or something like that, and off he goes, and now becomes a Super Bowl winner.
You see all the Rabbitohs fucking posts on Instagram is just claiming him still.
Yeah.
And shit. I was like, bro, you gave him away.
Didn't want him.
Just gave him away.
And full.
To be fair, if he had a sniff at an opportunity at NFL money, it's not that they may have gave him away.
The Eagles got him on dirt cheap because he came over as an international again who hadn't really played much. And then full credit to the coaching staff who stuck it with him, and now he's one of the best at what he does. Win the Super Bowl, mate. You can't get much better. But that's it for the NFL.
Whoa.
Oh,
you didn't even talk about the best part of the whole NFL.
Halftime show.
Fuck. How did I forget?
Kendrick Lamar.
Take it away. Take it away.
Look, everyone's favorite part, the part where they're not playing football.
Yeah. The ads.
The literally the only part that I watched out of the whole fucking game. The halftime show.
Look, pretty spectacular. Uncle Samuel Jackson.
That was pretty great.
Serena Williams crip walking. That smile that Kendrick gave when he said, "Hey Drake."
That smirk was great.
I seen like a JoJo's picture, like just like the big quotations around him or whatever, like Japanese style on it, and he's just like smiling.
I liked how he started the song though. He's like, "I want to sing their favorite song, but you know they like to sue me." Like talking about Drake's lawyers and shit.
Yeah. Oh, mate, one of my favorite pastimes is just watching Drake fans spiral on the Drake subreddit.
You know what the best thing is? Drake's been photographed in Melbourne Crown Casino watching the halftime show.
Oh, wow.
With all these like security around him and shit.
Seen him at like a basketball thing as well, like a big tournament in Australia. So
I saw him in the most goofy ass outfit I've ever seen.
So everything he copped from Kendrick, he deserved.
The one thing I hated, like I know it's like a family event, the NFL, and like it's televised everywhere. I hate that he had to censor the song.
Yeah, that was to be expected. Everyone has to censor their songs.
Yeah, but like I was sitting there singing along to it, like saying all the words. It's just like not saying the word. I'm just like, oh shit.
It's like I think like the 6th most watched thing in the world.
Yeah.
Like can't just have that going out to everyone.
Huge. It is the world championship show.
Yeah.
They are
they
the
call
champions of the
themselves
world.
world champions, but they call it the National Football League.
They're the world champions. Only really one country plays NFL, but they're the world champions.
Yeah, we play gridiron.
That's all for the Super Bowl, but into another American sport, the UFC.
The UFCA.
The UFCA. Oof, oof. Couple of fights I'll go through. We'll start off with Harrison Texera versus Justin Taffer, Australian fighter. Look, he has been pretty bad of late, and this was no change at all.
All Australian fighters have been bad as of late.
He got out in about 35 seconds.
Fuck me.
The full credit to this Texera. He's only just came into UFC. Like 8-0 is pretty good. He's like 6'7" as well. He's a big boy. Starts to fight, just puts him on the cage, and then finishes him with like an elbow to the face. Taffa just like gets into fetal position almost, and then like a couple more punches. Ref jumps in and says, "That's it." Then he gets up, going, "Oh, come on! I was still able to. I was gonna get up. Mate, you got fucking dropped."
Yeah.
The worst thing is, it was like Taffa's comeback fight.
Yeah.
In Australia.
Yeah. It's not looking good for him. I don't know how many more fights he'll have because like they're putting him. Well, even this, they try to put him up against a guy who's going to strike with, and he gets put out pretty quick. So I think maybe bare knuckle BKFC or maybe some fights with No Limit with Georgie Rose might be on the cards. I don't know. Look, the Taffa brothers, they can fucking bang, but just if anyone's dumb enough to get in that range and not like actually fight smart. The only other fight, a couple earlier fights actually that I wouldn't mind talking about. Jake Matthews looked really good against Francisco Prado. But shout out Lucas, he actually played Hon with Jake Matthews. So, bit of tall bloke and just fought really well. Good striking from him. Another fight that I wanted to talk about is Jimmy. Remember the draw, Crute. He got another draw. Started off like a house on fire. Absolutely dominated this Bellator, and then almost finished him within like the last couple of seconds. Gets into the second round, and the gas tank was gone. The next 2 rounds just didn't do much. He won the first round 10-8, and then it was like 10-9, 10-9, so it ended up a draw. So, unlucky for Jimmy Crute, but that's like 2 draws in a row. Now into the championship fights, though. We had Weili Zhang Weili, and we also had Tatiana Suarez. And that went to decision, as Lucas always says, bet on the fight going to the decision. So either way, you're a winner. And he was a winner. He was a winner. Fight wasn't too bad, to be fair. Like back and
I
forth.
seen the end of it.
Good striking from Weili. She rocked Suarez a couple times. Got to the floor a couple times as well and got up. But other than that, the best part about the fight was the after the win. She has a after fight press conference, not press conference. There's talk with Joe, and she starts a Aussie chant, but it's more like a Aussie. And the whole crowd going, oi, Aussie, oi. That was good.
Look, for a champion that could be very boring, she is quite likable as a personality in the little bits that you see of her.
I do love the fact she's trying to learn like English as well. She obviously did some of the interview in like Chinese and then
Mandarin.
And the rest in English. We'll try the best, but
like
it's always good when a fighter tries to learn English to progress.
90% of the fights are gonna be in English-speaking countries, so
you're gonna just build a bigger profile for yourself and like get more fans on board if you try this and stuff, and then like sing Aussie. You get all the now the main event. Dricus Duplessis versus Sean Strickland. And wow, I didn't see this fight going this way. Although, like, the last fight was by decision. But this was just one-sided, the whole fight.
Like, I swear Strickland just didn't do anything.
Yeah,
he just, like...
Same game plan.
He just kept running around.
Yeah.
Fucking trying to get away from him.
In a mixed martial arts fight, you've got to be able to change it up more than just...
Steep kick and
jab, and just hitting the gut, and like a couple, like he cut through a couple like big rights, but like there's no ground game, there's no like head kicks, there's no nothing.
He ended up cutting Duplessis, but like it didn't do much to him.
Dricus, like the biggest part of the fight was when Dricus broke his nose. That obviously. Like, it took him about maybe 10, 20 seconds for him to, like... Well, first he fucking put it back into place. But, like, he was just, like, in shock of, like, oh, shit, I've just got fucking, like, hit really hard.
And then there was that kick that almost hit his nose as well.
Yeah,
like...
there was some great kicks. There was that spinning elbow, I think he did as well. Like, Dricus just looked so much better on the feet, and that's the only way Strickland was going to win, was on the feet. So, full credit to Dricus. He did say he wasn't going to like go for the takeout. He took him down twice, but like other than that, he didn't wrestle him.
They got straight back up pretty much.
Yeah, got straight back up. But yeah, it was just domination.
There was a part in the third round where, like everyone says about Drax's gas tank, and he was pretty fucking gassed in the third round. He's sitting there breathing in heavy. I'm like, fuck.
That's what happens when you like you're putting out the main amount of strikes as well. Like he was just.
You should have seen it before he got that nose surgery, man.
You know what's funny? Like it was such a one-sided fight, but I seen a little pop-up during the fight about how Strickland took the record of most significant strikes in that weight division or some shit.
Yeah.
And I was just like, how he's fucking barely hit him the whole fight.
Well, all he does is like shoulder up and just fucking jab. But yeah, look, I didn't see it going that way. I was thinking more of TKO. Got the decision. He then calls out Alex Pereira after the fight. And that's where I think he's got a bit stupid.
Bit stupid.
Yeah.
He's actually like...
Although in the after press conference, he did say, Hamzat's next. I just think like he just wanted that big, like that mega fight where like Alex Pereira was one of the ex-champions from that division.
Yeah.
He is one of the best fighters going around at the moment, so he wants to test himself.
And it was because Poatan was in the ring as well.
Yeah. If Hamzat was there, if he was allowed to be there, maybe. Do I see Hamzat smashing? Yes, he smashed. He smashed. He becomes a champion this year. Mark my words.
By the end of the year.
Yeah.
Jeez, he might need some cardio. Because Dricus just doesn't go down.
No. He subs him first round.
In the crowd, there was fucking Izzy, like Poatan and Izzy were sitting next to each other.
Yeah, that was also very wholesome. Them both
like they've gone to war and then they're just sitting next to each other.
Yeah, mutual respect.
Yeah,
without Izzy, like Pereira wouldn't be champion. He wouldn't have came back.
Pretty much.
He pretty much came back to fighting just because Izzy called him out saying, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's now some bum." Like watching the fight, saying, "I beat that guy," and then he comes back into fighting,
Yeah.
gives up alcohol, and the rest is history. He's now one
And
of the
Izzy
best.
can't
Two-one.
beat him. Izzy can't beat him.
Well,
Oh
no.
well, yeah. So
He
yeah,
has.
He has
he's the
before,
only
but-
one who's like literally put
He's
Alex
knocked out
Pereira's
Pereira.
lights
Yeah.
out, and full credit to Pereira. Like he's come
Yeah.
back. Most people like once you get like dropped
Yeah.
like that, you kind of come back a bit more weary. He's still the same. He just fucking knocks people out.
I
Charmer.
do want to shout out one of the best sort of comebacks, quips,
Yeah.
and it was from Drickus Duplessis. I think it was Izzy and Whitaker were talking, and they were like, Dracus is like the best awkward, unorthodox fighter ever.
Yeah.
Because like he's just so hard
Yeah.
to like predict what he does. He doesn't look normal. He
Yeah.
throws overhands that are almost like
Yeah.
he's swimming. And then he just said, "I'm glad me winning is making people friends."
Yeah, he's a coach's nightmare, eh? Like,
Yeah.
he just looks so awkward out there, but he can hit like a fucking brick wall.
Yeah, like small torso as
Yeah.
well, long limbs.
Yeah, and just reaches over people's gut. And almost after every punch he throws, he'll pull back and like try and
Yeah.
like duck
Yeah.
for a punch as well. Like he's always switched on.
He's
like
a
that.
smart fighter.
Yeah, but in saying that, Hamzat smash, Pereira smash.
Yeah.
Enjoy your title while it lasts.
Drag us to lose title soon.
Yeah. Okay, that's all for UFC. But gentlemen, the eye catchers. I'm gonna go my one first, and I'm gonna go. Today, I watched the Lakers play. Like, hear me out, guys. I've watched some NBA recently.
Wait, you're stealing my thunder here.
I know. I fucking know. Lucas would be happy to hear this. I watched pretty much a full game. Again, I was working. No, I was
You're on your break.
No, I was at the gym and I watched it at the gym and then watched it at home. But look, it was Luka Doncic's first game for the Lakers, and
Oof.
it was very nice of the Lakers. They had free shirts for everyone with the 77 Doncic on the back
Fuck.
for anyone who was there, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
He also got like this, like while he was warming up, there was so many people just recording him on the side. Like it was
Yeah.
just like the fanfare was crazy.
I saw him pump fake the camera.
Yeah, he was
It's
all,
like the camera was watching him and then watching the ball go
Yeah.
in the hoop, and he faked it. And the camera's gone.
I would have turned the camera and go like,
Yeah.
gotcha.
No, they pretty much did. They were walking off laughing.
Yeah, he also when they did like they announced all their names, he was the last name announced as well, so the crowd
Mad
gave a big
cheer,
cheer. He played, I can't remember how many minutes, but like maybe 20, 30 minutes, and he looked good. I think
Overweight.
overweight. Yeah.
yeah.
Him and Bron teamed up for a couple of points.
Seen
and-
that
and a
coming.
couple of alley oops they both teamed up for as well with another player. I can't remember his fucking name, but I'm Australian. I'm allowed to. Big Lakers fan though now. Big Doncic fan. But yeah, that was my catcher. He's there. They won 132 to 113. They didn't look like losing. So look. Did the Mavs fuck up? Probably. I think Anthony Davis is injured now as well, so like big fuck up on their part.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to what happens with the Lakers. James, eye catcher.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go bit of a rogue one. Look, a guy that love his music. Don't necessarily agree with a lot of his political opinions or just opinions.
Just opinions in general.
Kanye had his yearly breakdown.
Yeah. That was,
Look, recently he'd been in the news for being a billionaire again and
yeah. And
being
he's,
well into the billions after he's at one stage was quite low in the money. It looked like, look, he was still crazy, but it was almost getting back on track.
he went to the award show. His missus was
Yeah,
wearing
has
like
his
all
miss-
but nothing.
no,
Literally, yeah. Just
it was a see-through mesh dress.
yeah. I seen her like a meme of like a kid like just
Yeah.
like poking around the corner like.
Yeah. And then later goes up because they got kicked out of there. He goes on Reddit and goes on an
Goes
absolute
berserk.
tirade, including what Dan cut me out for last time's Nazi.
Yeah, there was a lot.
He said
was a
that
lot.
again, this is Kanye
This
saying
is
this.
Kanye, not James.
Not James. Like he likes Hitler and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And
Yeah.
one that was like again, a little homophobic, but it was really funny. Was when someone put a notice that Tyler the Creator unfollowed him, and then Kanye replied to that person's tweet and just said "gay."
Yeah.
But it was a meltdown for the ages, where he ended up actually censoring himself. His last
Went
tweet,
through.
he goes, "I'm deleting my Twitter," and then he just deletes his Twitter.
I was just trying to look for his tweets then, but
Yeah.
I realized he deleted his Twitter.
Like, when this happens, you just gotta sit down and just enjoy what you're about to witness. Like, you just know he's about to fucking go.
It was funny because the night it was happening, I was playing fucking GTA roleplay, and we were just chilling around, and one of the admins is just reading all the fucking crash out tweets, and we're just like, "Fuck
Yeah.
me, this is bad."
Off his medicine.
Yeah.
He's obviously not right. Doesn't excuse any of the stuff he
No,
said though.
not at all.
But geez, college graduation was a good album.
Yeah, it's a couple of good songs.
I miss the old Kanye.
Dan, any eye catchers for you, buddy?
Fuck.
Buddy O pal?
Yeah, I don't have any. Really?
Yeah, Sharks to win the comp. Eye catcher.
No.
Okay. Well, that's the eye catcher's done. But guess what, guys? The cricket chats. It's still cricket time. James, mate, got a rundown.
Yeah,
for the
got a bit of a
Sri Lankan-
rundown. Dan, I will get you to do me a favor. I was meant to look it up a bit earlier. Can you just look up who won? Like, if they gave out a Man of the Series trophy for the two games. Look, obviously we said it the week before, but we're the best team in the world.
Yep.
Don't
2-0, baby.
Don't let the World Test Championship rankings dissuade you. I think if we didn't lose points for overrate during the time, we would be first. So I count that as first.
Yeah, we're first.
Wait, we got dropped out of first? What the fuck?
There's world rankings, but that's in the World Test Championship.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but look, do we get cricket?
Yes.
Yes,
We do.
yes, we do. Australia obviously gets it, and us on this podcast, this couch, we get it. So let's go through some of our predictions. Brandon, you little snaky snake. You listened. You picked adequately. Usman Khawaja, top run scorer. Great selection, mate.
Thank you. I want to thank James for saying him being a great player of spin, and I want to thank Usman. He went out there, did well. I want to thank the Sri Lankan team as well for really getting into their work in the second innings of the last test. Otherwise, I wouldn't have won.
Yeah,
thank
look,
you.
We had a fun little competition watching that last test. After the first innings, Smith was ahead in the runs by 7.
Yeah.
So it was like, if we could somehow roll them and not have to bat again, I win. But obviously, the way Usman was playing, if we had to bat again, I backed him to score those runs, and it happened.
Look, some people get batting, and some don't.
Yeah. Well, look, we still got 1 and 2.
We get cricket.
That's pretty good.
Who did Dad pick?
He went Travis.
Yeah.
Who as far as his lofty standards go, bit unders, but still in that first test, that quick 550 really set the tone.
And look, he can do whatever he wants with that bow.
Yeah, exactly. When you look like that in a baggy green,
Yeah.
play on. Wicket takers, that's where I come into my top pole position. Look, Brandon went searching for him because he remembered to be talking about him, and I politely did not remind him of his name.
I could have went both.
Yeah, so Matthew Kuderman.
Killed it.
Look, does his action remind me of chucking? Yes. Did he take a shitload of wickets? Yes. He's the top wicket taker. Line was hot on his tail. That was the fun competition I had with Dan. But yeah,
Scotty Boland
Scotty Boland didn't play a test match.
didn't get a wicket. Oh.
Nah, that was a bit of a rogue pick.
Well, let's just give him Mitchell Stark.
Yeah, Mitch
no, I'm
Stark,
saying
yeah.
with my boy Scotty B.
Yeah. Well, Joe Soria, I know you're a really astute Sri Lankan fan, and you knew that he'd taken like 9 fifers in 11
Yeah.
tests or something like that. At Gaul specifically, which both tests were at. So you were pretty close with him. Look, going into the. Did they have a man of the
couldn't
series?
see
That's
anything.
I hadn't really seen anything
Yeah.
either, and they might not have because it was just 2 test
Yeah.
matches.
We'll give our
So-
man in the series. Who do we think got
Let's
it?
just, let's just say fucking Uzi.
Uzi was
Uzi,
good.
Put him
Uzi,
in.
Smith.
Uzi 200. Smitty was good as well.
Yeah, I genuinely think it would have went to Smith because he scored 2 separate hundreds.
and he
which-
got to captain Australia again. You know,
Yeah.
And
You know,
that-
his strike rate as captain is like 60 something,
Yeah,
and then his strike rate as non-captain is under 50.
I'll correct you. Averages.
Average,
Yeah,
average. sorry.
Because he's
Strike rate.
look,
Strike rate
it
is
was a
like-
great 100, but his strike rate was like 0.5.
Yeah, averages. Sorry, not strike rate. Dum.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just think about timing. Like it's only been in the last couple of years that his whole test average has dropped under 60.
Yeah,
When he hasn't been captain. So in the test, Smith carry. I sort of hinted at it earlier at what impressed me in the Sharks trial match, but I was glued to my TV watching them score runs for the nation.
glued to your TV, switching between channels.
No, it
Because
was,
you had to switch between 7, mate, 7. and-
yeah. To be honest, I think they fixed it up a bit more in the second test.
Oh, in the
it might
first
have
test,
pi-
that was annoying.
Yeah, it might have pissed some people off, but they really just kept it on 7 mate this time.
Yeah.
And like, look, some people might have still been annoyed, like, oh, why do you have it and not have it on the main screen? But
Yeah.
it made more sense than 30 minutes you'll be on 7 mate, then you'll
Yeah.
be switching back. I remember that first test, because there was a bit of rain and stuff about, I found myself watching the women's test for like ages because I was just like, but yeah, I feel like that's the biggest thing that happened in this test match. Carey, almost on cue, where like there wasn't questions, but there was almost questions because of how well Josh Inglis was with his debut 100. You start going, oh, can you squeeze him in? Do you move Carey out? And then Carey comes out and scores 160 odd. Like,
Yeah.
he got promoted because Inglis had back spasms the day before. He gets promoted to 5, actually gets to bat with a in batsman like Steve Smith.
Yeah.
And yeah, just dominates. Then with the ball, it was just spin to win. We expected it. We knew they'll probably be playing on the same wicket. And yeah, it was Kuderman and Lyon just going back and forth.
Starkey did all right.
Stark,
Like,
Stark.
he's so good, eh? to
It's
be
just-
able to do it on a spin
Yeah.
pitch.
Yeah, he managed to get it reversing. Is Stark necessarily the best bowler? Even in this current generation, he might be the 3rd best,
Yeah.
statistically. But he's got to be one of the favorite bowlers I've ever watched because there's
Oh, yeah.
always something going to go on.
The best part, like for him in this test, was like, well, these 2 tests, he had like only say 10 overs to and
Yeah.
you know, like, okay, I give it all for that, and then it's the spinners.
Yeah.
So he could just fucking run
Like
in.
he had a couple over spells and then
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
give it his all, bang, have another fucking hour break.
Yeah.
I saw something. It was more funny because they acted like it was a big shock, but like considering he hasn't played a BBL game in almost a decade, I don't know why they were surprised. There was an article like about him saying that he probably won't play another BBL game,
Yeah.
even though he's already been on record saying he will do anything and drop everything to keep playing Test cricket.
Yeah.
And if you're bowling 140 plus at 35 years of
Yeah.
age,
Yeah.
you can't be playing in every T20 combo.
And from what I've seen lately, we're gonna fucking need him
Yeah.
in these upcoming games with all the injuries we're getting now.
So yeah. So that's Starkey. Other topics. Sri Lanka just disappointing in both games, really.
the second game was a bit closer than what the first one was, but
It's not closer.
Yeah.
like
we still won by 9 wickets.
and yeah, we still had 2 days to go as well.
Yeah.
But like we didn't get out to a like 400 or 600 run deficit before we
Nah.
fucking got out.
But Sri Lanka had been playing some pretty good cricket. They'd got some decent scouts over the last year. It's not like
Yeah.
they just played nobodies to be.
Yeah,
Or they were sitting third in the Test Championship before these 2 tests. Now they're down to 6.
like they still had Angela Matthews, they still had Mendes.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. That Mendes, he's a good player. He's scored a couple of half centuries against us.
Yeah,
He's got a Test average of like 80 odd.
which one?
The one that scored the 50s, K. Kuderman or something. No, that's just Matthew Kuderman's last name. It's Kumaru
Yeah,
Mendes.
I think Kamaru Mendes sounds about right.
Something like that. Don't shoot me.
We're Australian, so we. Can
We're
get it right.
Australian. We pumped them. I don't need to remember their names.
And then they got
I
the
forgot their
Jara-
country's name, let
Yeah.
alone.
Jarasura,
Yeah,
the spin bowler. He's
took a bunch
Who
of wickets.
retired? One of them retired.
I forget his name. Test opener, played over 100 Test matches.
Get out you.
Scored a 50 in the first innings. I remembered his name for a little bit.
Yeah.
Forgot it. But yeah, overall they were disappointing. Like I obviously think Australia played really well, but we're hoping for a bit better. Now you start asking the questions of, is Test cricket dead because we're so good? Where before it was like, oh no, Test cricket's dead in Australia after the Perth Test match.
was it Chandamal that retired?
No, opening batsman, Kuranate.
Ah, okay.
Look, I also did just know it was a long, hard to pronounce name. And again, being a Sri Lankan player that we've just pumped, it didn't stick as much as it should have.
And it doesn't matter.
And he's retired now. But
yeah, exactly.
he's meant to be a cool little story. If you watch the cricket, you would have heard it over and over again. But he's actually moving to Melbourne to study cricket coaching, and then he's going back to hopefully one day be the Test and international coach of Sri Lanka. So
That's
good on
pretty
him.
cool.
I
Yeah.
hope him all the best. I don't know if there's too much to touch on. I think there's a one-day match happening on Wednesday. Like cricket never stops. I won't. It's hot off the press. I won't be watching it. I don't even know if we'll get much of a review unless something amazing happens.
Yeah.
um,
Unless Nathan Lyon or something takes 10 fire off.
yeah, or just like a big.
All right,
big
predictions.
score.
Australia wins.
Australia wins.
And we do it comfortably. Yeah, that's what happens.
But, that's really the end of the That's the end of the Test summer.
Yeah.
That's the end. Gone
Uh,
but not forgotten.
Cue the emotional highlight package now, but not of the games, but just of me giving cricket raps. Yeah, I think that's everything.
Well, there was the thing that I alluded to that Cummins and Hazelwood might not be in the Champions Trophy.
Yeah. Well, Cummins was always touch and go. The reason he
Yeah.
missed this was because of his newborn.
Yeah,
So,
but now it's pretty much confirmed that he won't be in
Yeah,
the Champions Trophy, apparently.
yeah, and then Hazelwood as well. We knew
Yeah.
he was coming back from that injury.
That mean everything's coming up, Scotty B.
I don't know. I
reckon
haven't seen him play much short form, and I
Yeah.
don't know how well he'll. But if he's bowling at his best, yes. But if he's getting flat decks,
Yeah,
I would be looking at your Ellis's that is already in and around the squad with. He's got that many change up slower balls.
I think they'd probably go look at like Sean Abbott as well.
Yeah. Xavier Bartlett.
Yeah.
Is a good bowler that's got a promising future. Look, as much as if we don't win this, there'll be an investigation, and I want their head on sticks. Especially George Bailey.
Yeah.
Sack
Sack a
a
coach.
Yeah,
We
how
want
could he-
players out.
Yeah. The coaching staff and the selectors, they're too close to the players. We just win everything. What's the point? But yeah, it is only the Champions Trophy.
Yeah.
This I saw one funny quote. It was like, "This tournament only happens when there's no World Cups, so we can have an India-Pakistan game for the viewers."
The only thing we care about is the World Test Championship.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the thing. We'll be very focused
That'll
on
be
that.
hotting up.
But
And the Ashes.
the thing is, you'll still get your match shorts and stuff like that coming in,
Yeah.
and they'll have been working towards this, so we'll still win.
Yeah.
So no doubt
No
about that.
doubts. No doubts.
Expect the cricket raps for that to be very highlight themed.
Cricket good.
Yeah, cricket good.
This person took a ridiculous catch.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This person scored 100.
That's right. Cooper Connolly did debut in this Test match. He had
yeah, that's
a bit
right.
of one to forget. Didn't bowl a lot. Looked handy. And his one innings with the bat got out pretty cheaply. But look, he's a flamboyant T20 style cricketer, and he was picked at number 8. So the people that were like having a go at him, it's like he was a number 8 batsman for this Test. He wasn't coming in as
He was basically picked for a bowler. Like,
yeah. Like, if he came in and scored quick runs, it would have been good. Like, the guy's only played 4 first-class games.
Yeah.
He's one of the only people that Constas actually has more games than. But I think he's got, like, double.
yeah. But
Uh,
just think, if we had Cam Green, he wouldn't have got a shot.
yeah. One thing I almost forgot this. Big slug, Bo Webster.
Oh,
The slug.
Got the tweakers, got the doorknobs out. Great to see.
Toy guys.
In 3 Test matches he's played, he's scored a 50, taken a wicket with pace bowling, and taken a wicket with spin bowling.
well
That
done.
is-
Well done.
get him in keeper. Let's make him the full all rounder.
He can keep to his own balls.
And I think that is everything I wanted to say about cricket.
Thanks, James, for the summer of cricket.
Thank you for the
Yeah.
summer of cricket. My favorite part of the whole thing was the intro we did.
Yeah, that's still a good
That
little.
was a good highlight. Good stuff as always. Love the chat. Well, that's the podcast, gentlemen. That's it. Unless
Yeah.
you got anything else to add in,
No.
buy the merch, obviously. If you're new, like, comment, subscribe, follow the channel. Follow
Look forward
all-
to next week.
Yeah. Follow
Episode
all-
100.
Oh,
Yeah,
episode
get
100.
ready. Big party.
Big party. Big things coming on episode 100.
Send in your speak pipes anytime through
Yeah.
the week. I feel like it'll be a big long episode.
Let us know your favorite couch commentators moment. We might try and get it played for the episode even.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff, gentlemen. As always, another week, and we'll see you guys next week.